Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the indieRift podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Steve Fontana. With me, he's Andy Asimakis, my brother from another mother, my brother from another madre. What's up, bud? How are you?
On, dude. How you been?
Oh, I am excited. Are you excited?
I'm
excited.
always excited
We
to talk about the video games.
video games and what's going on in our lives, and just to kind of like catch everyone up on stuff. We're gonna be doing some fun things here on indieRift. I have some fun things happening in my like other life. Just so much to go on and talk about. You've been playing Death Stranding 2 on a beach in your house, and you have a lot to say about that game. We have updates on your playthrough of Fretless. We have some new games to show you that came across in our for our wish list roundup later on in the show. But ladies and gentlemen, what is this show? This could be your first time. I don't know. Is it your first time, Andy? Probably not. It seems like it. It's been a month, but we're here.
It always feels like the first time.
Every time is the first time. This is the indieRift podcast, the internet's #1 indie gaming news, reviews, and previews podcast you've never heard of, probably. Yeah, you can check us out on our YouTube channel if you're not watching the show and you are somehow listening right now to the show. You could go to youtube.com/@indieRift and subscribe to our channel. You could also go to our Patreon, patreon.com/indieRift, just like our Patreon producer, Colton, the Journeyman Nestler. Thank you so much. We can't continue to grow without your support and help. And welcome to our 2 new patron people, Richie and Ian. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for doing that.
So happy.
It's incredible.
So happy.
It's incredible. We have, let's do a little bit of housekeeping. We have a ton of reviews going up on indieRift. Our writer, Jimmy, has been very inspired lately, and I think he's got like 4 ready to post. So we should have those up for you very soon. That's number 1. Number 2, we are going to, we have a new team member. Our new team member's name is Zach, not Buzz Killington, a different Zach, who's going to be helping us with our short form content and our social media presence and like all of that fun stuff. So we are looking to grow this show, and we are very excited to have Zach on our team to help us do that. So hopefully in the next few shows or so, you're going to see more of us across your social media pages, and maybe that'll help us get some more eyeballs on the show. You know what I mean? It's invigorating. We went over the whole thing, like what we're going to do, what we want to achieve. It's going to be real cool. I'm excited. How about you, Andy? I know you're excited.
You know, it's a great time to do this show. And it's a great time for the new patrons. You came at the right time. You came when the fire has been relit under our butts. So
right under our asses.
Yeah.
Speaking of fire under our asses, I have been very hardcore in the world of TTRPG / Dungeons and Dragons. I have a full-blown side gig now running D&D games on startplaying.games. I have 3 games up right now. I have one game that I just put up for Sunday afternoons, if you want to check that out. I could run a custom world that I built for you. Actually, you could see a little piece of my map above my head. Where is it? Yeah, up there somewhere. But I'm having a blast. The players having a blast. But I'm also like making a lot of TTRPG content on TikTok. If you want to check me out, I'm a Batchild DND on TikTok. And I was a guest on an actual play of a one-shot of the TTRPG called Daggerheart. You could go to the Dungeon Delvers YouTube page, which I'll put in the show notes, or Andy will put in the show notes for you. So you could go over there, you could subscribe to that, and you could see me. I think next week it's going to post me performing in a TTRPG one-shot. So it was a lot of fun. I had a blast with those folks over there at Dungeon Delvers, and yeah, you could check that out soon. I'm also going to have GM Joe of the Dungeon Delvers on Dev Dive Side Table soon to talk all about what they're doing over there and how they're trying to they're basically made a channel from zero. So they are a brand new channel trying to make TTRPG content for YouTube and TikTok and short form and like Instagram and all that stuff. And they're really like the little engine that could, like they're literally starting from the ground up, and be a great conversation to have, just like what it takes to get something like that started. What are they looking forward to? What are their goals and stuff like that? So we're going to be talking about that on that show, and that'll be happening very soon. Plus many other guests that I've begun to line up. Plus we're gonna be at PAX West this year, so that's gonna happen.
That's the first, dude.
Yeah, man.
That's so exciting.
we're going to go to PAX West, and I'm going to try when the schedule comes out, Andy. I don't know if you would agree with this. I'm going to try to have like a section where maybe we can meet some West Coast people, because we do know, a few people that don't get to come out to the East PAX.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they could come out to the West. Maybe we could all hang out and shake
Oh,
hands
yeah.
and all that stuff. So it'd be great to meet some of you out there on
course.
PAX West. So as we get closer to
Yeah.
that, we'll bring some details. Maybe we'll go to like a bar or something after PAX or something, and and hang out, do something like that. All right, that's enough of that. That's enough of that rigmarole. Let's get into the show, baby. Let's get into the indie game adventures. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Death Stranding is technically indie. And Andy, you've been playing a lot of it.
I've been playing for over 100 hours.
That's ridiculous.
It is an obsession.
That's too many. Too many hours.
Planning my life around it.
That's too many hours.
I've been doing deliveries in the morning, at night, in bed, before recording the show. It's just all I've been doing. I've missed this stupid, crazy, nonsensical world so much. And I'm glad that I'm back in the thick of it all over again.
Okay.
The writing is garbage.
Okay.
But the gameplay is phenomenal.
So I have a question, because it's well documented that I'm not a huge fan of the first Death Stranding. I think the story in the world was very intriguing. I hated the gameplay.
You told me when you first played it was that you kept trying to deliver every package you found like on the road.
Correct.
It's impossible to do that.
Why do you put the packages there if I'm not supposed to collect them?
Grab some. You can grab some if you want.
That's like putting question mark blocks in Mario and saying don't get all of the question mark blocks.
No. The analogy is you can break every block. Do you have to break every block? Because you can.
Yeah. Yes. What do you mean? Yes, of course. Of course you break
every of your way to jump and
you're telling me
every breakable brick in Mario Brothers.
Like not in the first Mario Brothers, because there's a lot more, like especially in the underworld.
That's what we're saying.
But no, I mean, come on, yeah, like yes. There's always that one time where you're like, I'm going to see if I can break every block, and you go and you do it, and you can do it
once. You do it one time.
Sure, I couldn't do it the one time in Death Stranding.
You could like go on a long stretch and just
it punished me for playing it. It punished me for playing the game. Anyway, I liked the world. I liked the writing, the acting, the cinematography. I loved everything about the world. I just couldn't really get into the gameplay. Maybe I'll give it another try another time, whatever. Is this a worthy continuation of the world? It is. Okay. All right. Tell me a little bit about that.
It is. So it's interesting how the first game, there's a really slow build up to the intricate systems of traversal. It's you and a ladder and a climbing anchor for the first large chunk of the game. And then as you're past the midway point, you get vehicles, you get zip lines, you get all these funky things that make the process easier.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so rewarding. I feel like with part 2, they kind of introduce the things that make traveling easier way sooner in the game. Now, that friction that you feel or felt in the first Death Stranding game, when it's like it's you on a giant like mountaintop trying to get somewhere, it's raining on you, your deliveries are all fucked up, you're out of stamina, your batteries are running low, and then you see like a charging base like just past the horizon. That's kind of gone with the sequel because there's just stuff everywhere when you start playing. And I'm not sure if it's because there's more people playing part 2 than when part 1 first came out. Like the world seemed very quiet in the first game. You'd see a bridge over a ravine or a ladder.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't like the whole premise of the first game to connect the world?
So when you would connect an area, it would open up and you would see all these different things, structures that were added to the world.
Right.
Ladders, bridges, all these things. Now things just seem more readily available. So the planning to get from point A to point B isn't as intense. I've been driving almost everywhere that I've gone to. A few
Interesting.
missions have been up a snowy mountain
Okay.
or like in a long desert. But for the most part, it's me in the car. I've had the same car for the whole game. I made one car. I repair it constantly for the whole game. Me and my car with all my cargo, and we're just chugging along across Australia, mate. So that's where part 2 takes place for most of the game.
Why are they throwing a baby all over the
Uh,
place? We got the B-roll playing, and it's just like a baby being
I
thrown
have to
around.
say, like I wept. I wept at the intro of this game.
This game looks
But the
it
intro
looks
is
really cool.
it's Norman Reedus with his fetus, which is a grown up fetus. It's like fully sized, like
It's a
a
baby.
9-month-old baby, and they're like hanging out on this mountaintop. He gives a little kiss, and they head back home. And the music starts coming in, and as you're walking across the mountainside, it like crescendos at certain points as you're walking, and I was like, oh my god, I'm going to cry at this fucking game because I've missed these characters so much. Then garbage writing happens.
Mm, yeah.
There's a character, Steven, named Dollman. It's that like
Uh-huh.
2 frames a second doll.
Yeah.
He's like a quieter Mimir, like God of War, that's attached to your front hip.
Yes.
He
Yeah.
talks every now and then,
Sure.
but you can talk to him in the base. And he gives you like plot summary of what's going on at that given moment.
There's someone named
Every
Tarman.
2 minutes, he tells you to take a fucking shower. Every minute, he's like, have you bathed yet? You smell like shit. Go take a shower. Might be good for you.
Okay. Well, take a shower then.
Then
Hell.
there's moments of Kojima, he can't get his head out of his own ass sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Like, Dollman references Kojima Productions to Norman Reedus' character.
Okay.
And it's weird, like, why? And I looked up in the stars. I was in a hot tub one night, and there's a constellation that's fucking Kojima's face. It's his face. His portrait is in the stars.
Do you think that was
And
him,
it's like,
or do you think
Mike,
like it was his
it's him.
artists
No,
that
no,
were
no, no.
like,
No, no.
you know what would be funny?
It's him. It's no. It is.
He loves the smell of his own
100% him.
shit, man. Like he loves the smell of his farts. What
He
can
does.
you say?
He does. He
What can you
does.
say? Anyway,
The
that's Death
writing is
Stranding
very
too.
on the nose. It leaves no room for like, there's no subtlety. It's all very in your face. Oh, it's a game about like climate change. Yeah, I see that because there's avalanches, flash floods, forest fires, earthquakes. There's a very like climate change
Got some
messaging.
tornadoes.
It's not. So yeah, not subtle at all.
Not got
Um,
some tornadoes.
but the game is just super addictive. Like there's way more action in the first game. You can get it's way late, spoiler. Uh there's a robot dog you can get as a weapon.
Okay.
It will chase down guys and explode on them
Oh, okay.
and stun them.
Yeah.
You can get drones, up to 4 drones. They send them out like they can snipe a base for you while you just have a fucking sip of your water, your canteen
It's
in the
nice
background.
because the first I think I played a good 20 hours of Death Stranding, and I felt like
That's a
I
lot.
did no action. Like it was like every once in a while I'll walk too
Yeah.
loudly and I'll get attacked by a thing, but like for the most part it was just kind of chilling, going from cutscene to cutscene. But like it seems like this is more of an action game at its core.
There's like raiding like robot factories and like munitions factories and like taking out all these robots and stuff. It's really well paced.
Mm.
It moves quicker than the first game. It's very well thought out. I'm approaching what I think is the point of no return. 'Cause I've been told by like 5 characters, hey, you should like do things that are unresolved like now before you move on with like anything major.
So you can ping those trophies.
You're telegraphing like the third act
Right.
in a lot of ways. But it's a really great evolution of the first game. It's like a proper sequel. just the writing is just sometimes it's like this pseudoscience garbage. I'm like,
It happens, man.
no, there's a lot. He needs his next game to be simpler on the narrative side.
Speaking of
There's a
simpler
lot.
on the narrative side, returning
Yeah.
to the show here, because it has been released just about 10 days ago. Fretless, the Wrath of Riffson. Tell me, man, how is it? Did it come out perfect as we thought it would?
Even better, dude.
Even
Even better. This is the
better.
perfect
Rock
bedtime
on.
game. It's the perfect Steam Deck in hand after 12 hours of deliveries with Death Stranding. Playing this game feels amazing. It is Mario RPG like game mechanics with the most kick-ass soundtrack. I'm like 4 hours deep. It's a little grindy because I've been like failing at bosses, and
Mm,
it's that old school like PS1 SNES mentality of an RPG. Where if you're not strong enough, you got to go grind out some shit for like an hour, then come back, and you'll be fine.
that's okay. I mean,
And I've missed that a little bit in my RPGs. I don't like just blazing through things where it feels like an unearned victory. It's like, no. We put difficult bosses, so go earn the right to kill them. Uh,
yeah,
but yeah, I thought it was a game of Baptiste.
I like
Mm-hmm.
that philosophy of game design for the most part. It's like it felt like back in the day, as we got older and we played the older games, we realized how artificial that was to increase the length of a game. Because if you know what you're doing and you go back and play a game like Final Fantasy 3/6, you could probably beat it in a dozen hours. Whereas back in the day, that was
Yeah,
like a 50 to 60 hour game where you were just, grinding and grinding
yeah.
and grinding because you didn't understand,
Level 99.
yeah, the
I can't beat this
optimal
boss.
whatever. Um,
Yeah.
there was a lot of that back in the day. It was like difficulty curves just so that you can continue renting the game or something like that, or like artificially inflate the
The
gameplay time.
arcade mentality,
Yeah, yeah.
you know?
Um, that when indie games first started coming about again, like when they were started to become like a thing, it felt like that philosophy came with it for a little bit, and then people were like, "Wait, why are we doing this? We don't have to do this anymore. We could just make the game like good and like not have to worry about like people will play it for hours because you have like actual
Good
content
game.
in it, you know? Like
Right.
Castle Crashers
Right.
was like, here's the game. It was difficult, but like here's the game. Oh, you enjoyed it? Okay, play it again. Like, okay, yeah, I'll play it again for the next 4 hours. Like it's no big deal. But going back to like those old Ninja Turtles beat 'em ups where you're just like, holy shit, like they really just tried to kill you. Like the whole point of this game was to kill you. Like that was it. It wasn't to like have fun. It wasn't to see the next boss. It wasn't to play a game with your friends. It was kill you and make you do
To give you
game over
blisters,
screens. Yeah.
give you blisters, make you and your best friend fight each other, and have a like we're not gonna talk for a week and a half because now we're mad at one another. But yeah, it's a good old school RPG with a lot of heart, amazing soundtrack, beautiful pixel art, fun gameplay. I love time mechanics in RPG. I love timing it to dodge, timing it to
Mm,
double damage. I love all of that. It's very Mario RPG esque in that way. It just good. It's a good game.
I'm
Like
down.
it doesn't reinvent the wheel in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't have to.
Yeah, man.
It's a great game.
Who needs to reinvent wheels? Wheels have been wheels for a
No,
long time,
yeah,
Just let there be wheels.
we'll get the job done. They're still on cars. We still use them all the time.
Yeah.
You know, so highly recommended. So I may be done with that soon if I can get off the beach for
Y-
long enough to give it
yeah,
more than
man.
like an hour or so a day.
I'd be happy to see what you think about like the entire package. Um all right, let's move on to the indie news report because we
Oh
have a
yeah,
game announcement here. Clive Barker's HELLRAISER Revival, a new single-player survival horror action game set in the universe of one of the most iconic horror franchises ever. You will be put face to face against a Pinhead, with actor Doug Bradley returning to the role for the first time in
yes,
nearly 2 decades. Experience the
yes.
infamous horror series like never before with a new chapter ripped straight from the bowels of oblivion. This was announced just about last week. You must be tickled.
It is not a multiplayer flop.
It's not a multiplayer isometric thing. It's not a asymmetric. And it's not a side scroller beat 'em up.
Which, it's totally fine. You could do that. It's totally fine. But it's not what I want in these kind of games. Like, those are cute. But I've always felt like the multiplayer isometric, you asshole. Asymmetric games would have worked better as a mode to a larger single player campaign. Like, they should have been like Friday the 13th, Chainsaw Massacre, Evil Dead. Those work better as like a single player experience because there's like lore, history, there's story driven. I mean, it'd be horror for some of these things, but I love the stupid Jason lore, you know? But the multiplayer piece, while it made sense, I was always longing for like a single player story driven horror experience with these iconic IPs. Now we get Saber Interactive, amazing talent handling this IP, and it's not like you and your friends fighting off Pinhead in hell or some shit like that. So
This is
I'm hype.
pretty
I'm hype.
pretty gruesome. Pretty gruesome stuff.
I hype. I hype boy. And I'm gonna say it now, and I said it before to you offline.
Yeah.
I hope this does well, and they do a Nightmare on Elm Street after this. To get Robert Englund before the man dies.
Yeah.
Like, you can be Freddy again, but in a game. To have the same energy. Because that game would also
it could
lend
work
itself really well.
That franchise would be a very good. Like, I've always thought that would be a good game.
And you've always said it. At least 4 times on the show, you've dipped into the Freddy well as a good horror single player game.
Yeah. Like, even if it's like one of those single player games where you play from like in different kids, like the teenagers' perspectives, like you bounce around a little bit.
Two different chapters as one teen,
Yeah.
in a weird, messed up dream world.
Yeah. That would be sick. That would be cool. But also, I know we just said, enough of them, but like Freddy being 4 teens trying to fend off Freddy in the dream world would actually be a pretty cool game. I'm just saying.
It would.
I'm just saying. All right. Let's go.
Make it a mode.
Make it a mode. Make it a mode. That's right. Make it a mode. John Romero says indies are the future of game development. Quote, these people are the ones that make AAA studios go, wait a minute. We need to start doing this. This is from a PC Gamer. So go and give a click over there. But yeah, this is an interesting little thing. John Romero saying that indies are the future of gaming. Now here's the thing. I'm gonna rebut this a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm gonna rebut a little bit.
I was also on the opposing side.
Okay, but here's the thing. I don't think you're on the opposing side like I am, because I'm not opposing it. I'm amending the statement.
Me either. Correct. We may be on the same path here.
They've been the present for like 5 years. Indie gaming has been the present and the best part of video gaming for at least 5 years.
Correct.
All right.
Correct.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to bring us to the end of the...
And good night.
Good night, everyone.
Two things. I love the timing of this interview. It is right after the Microsoft layoffs, and his game was contracted as a second party deal with Xbox games.
Yeah.
And that went tits up. What
was that game? What game was that? That was
it was an unannounced game.
It was unannounced. Okay. Yeah. Right.
It was super secret. It was like, I guess they worked some publishing deal out. They were going to fund the game. And they had a meeting the day before the layoffs were announced. Like, yeah, the game looks great. You guys are doing great. Awesome job. Keep up the good work. Then the next day. So I find the timing a little funny, how he was working with one of the biggest AAA publishers out there. And I was like, yeah, indies, they're the ones. So yes, you are correct. indies have been a thing for a long time. He cites games like Baldur's Gate 3, Balatro, Clair Obscur,
Helldivers 2,
Helldivers
Minecraft.
2, right? So I'm like, I'm looking at these games and it's like a yes and no for me
Okay.
because these games are great, but the indie pool is vast. It's a pool. It's a fucking like it's 12 planets, oceans worth of games.
Right.
And we know firsthand, Steven, how many indie games do not go anywhere,
Mhm.
have no eyes on them at all. So I think it's a little disingenuous to point to a few successes in the industry as of late and say this is the future of game development. Um, I feel the development side where we have more of a mentality of an indie slash double A in the AAA space. That should be reflected. It's you don't have to spend $500 million on a huge game, and if it fails, our studio closes.
Right.
It's
It
we make a bite-sized game with
well,
our talent that
yeah.
could potentially sell millions of copies,
Oh,
and we
okay.
turn a good profit on a
I
very small investment.
I think it goes a little I think it's a little more granular than that because
Sure.
big
Yeah.
big publishers that have these big budgets for I'm just going to give you like a what if scenario. If you and
Yeah.
I had $1 million budget to make this
Mhm.
podcast, right?
Sure.
Let's just say we did. Okay.
I would
Like
quit, split the money, and walk
you're
away.
already like I'm already thinking of ways to make that money work, right?
Mhm.
But what these indie studios are doing are they are constricted, they're restricted
Mhm.
by their
Mhm.
budget and their purse to be
Uh-huh.
creative.
Right.
Just like it was back in the day where the technology wasn't incredible. So
Mhm.
they had to be very creative in how they use the technology. Now
Yes.
you have to be very creative on how you use money. These
Mhm.
huge publishers like a Microsoft and a Sony, the the developers, like I don't want to say like the programmers or like the game designers. I'm talking about like the top person of the studio that is brainstorming an idea.
Mhm.
They have the preconceived notion that they're spending hundreds of millions of dollars already. So
Uh-huh.
what
Yeah.
innovation are you making? What, like, okay, Naughty Dog did like they kind of revitalized what game capture could be in a video game, right? But like that technology was there for films. They just adopted it
Sure.
for video games, and it costs just as much as it does now to make a film that it does to make a video game. Whereas you look at some smaller Until Dawn. They used
Mhm.
a type of motion capture, but they were constricted by their budget and they did it differently. And it was a massive success. Like the game was a massive success,
The
right?
Hellblade games, that's like as double A as it gets, and they're well known for their motion capture and their
Right,
facial capture.
right.
Yeah.
So there's, I think what Romero is like on point with is the spending has gotten out of control, the budgets have gotten out
Mhm.
of control, the scopes have gotten out of
Yeah.
control, and not in the way where we're getting more ambitious.
Mhm.
We're becoming more restrictive with our budgets because our budgets need to go longer. Our budgets need to be recouped.
Right.
Our games need to hit as many generic audiences as possible so that it could bring in that
Yep.
money. Look at Splitgate 2, right? Splitgate was a cult
Not doing so good.
success. It was a huge cult success. They took that
Yeah.
success, they took that successful that money, whatever, I don't, whatever. They got they kind of moved up in the world. They moved up into that upper echelon, that next kind of step in game
They
development,
secured more fund. They got more funding for the
right?
next game. Yeah.
And they made a very sterile, uninspired product that people
Yeah.
are not enjoying. Um,
Right.
it's almost like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like you get the success, so now you have the money to do something bigger and better, but it
Mhm.
takes a special group of people to take that and do it in a creative way that is
Mhm.
truly special, as opposed to just
Mhm.
a like. I mean, you know it. Like, if you have $100, you want to know that your $100 is going to become 120, 150. You know, you don't want to. But if you got $20, you're going to be like, if I can make this $20 $100, that would be crazy. How would I do that? Let's think of a way to make this $20 stand out, and that's where you get Balatro. Like, that's where when you
Right,
get
right,
Vampire Survivors, you know, that's when you get games like that,
right,
because they're
right.
they're trying to do something with so little.
When yeah, that's when you're scrappy like that. I mean, that's when you're forced. I mean, look at. I was watching a video about Poltergeist, the movie,
Mm,
and
yeah.
the movie ends when the house like implodes.
Mhm.
Like I was watching how they did that. They like built a miniature on these little thin like toothpicks as a structure, and they yanked it with like a truck, and a vacuum sucked in this miniature model of a home to simulate
Yeah.
it imploding on itself.
Yeah.
That's just crazy because you have no budget. It's a one shot thing. Like
I
that
was
would
gonna
have been
say,
like 60K more to do that a second time.
I was gonna say I bet they were like, if we screw this
If
up,
we fuck this up,
the movie's going tits
it's
up.
another 60 grand.
I
Because
want
they're
to.
like, oh, let's blow up a house first and reverse it. Like that's not gonna work. That doesn't affect. It's gonna suck into itself. But like, yeah, when you constrain a budget and you limit resources, then that's when you're, how do I creatively solve a problem? Not, well, I have this budget of like $1 bajillion. I can hire X, Y, and Z
Right.
contractors and other devs to like work on all these things to make it shiny as possible. Um,
Do you want to hear
but yeah, I
something
think it.
astounding?
Yeah, sure, always.
One of the greatest movies of all time and one of my favorite movies of all time, Rocky. Okay?
Hmm.
Rocky's budget was under
Hmm.
$1 million, just under $1 million.
Hmm.
Okay, in
Hmm.
1976.
Right.
It made 11,000 times its budget.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay? Now, Rocky 2, worst movie.
Right.
Worst movie.
Yes.
7
Yes.
times the budget,
Right.
because
How?
Sylvester Stallone and what's his name? What's the John Avildsen, I think, was the director. Um, they had to make a movie with no money like that. Like, I know it sounds like $1 million, holy shit, but like, it really is not a lot of money. Like, to get locations.
Paranormal Activity
Yeah,
was like
well,
15 grand, Steven.
yeah, well, yeah,
And that made like a
Blair Witch.
billion dollars at the box office.
Blair Witch was another one.
It was a guy and a camera.
Yeah,
There was no script even. It was ad lib. It was, here's a situation. Just talk about what we're telling you the scene's about.
yeah.
But
Um,
I, I get the sentiment. I think it's a bit odd to point to a handful of recent successes in the indie space as sort of the blueprint when we've had successes of varying degrees in the indie and AAA space. I mean, I saw this thing about
yeah,
fucking Night Rain, Elden Ring, at 5 million copies. It's been like what, a
yeah,
month or not even 2 months.
yeah, yeah.
Elden Ring sold like 30 million copies. So is that the future of games? More Souls-like games?
Just, well, remember where those Souls-like games started. You know,
Yes.
it was
Yeah,
it was taking a
I
chance in something
right.
something new. Where Sony took a chance on Demon Souls,
Hmm.
and people were like, this is pretty cool,
It's
you
pretty cool,
know.
guys. Some
And
more of
but
this.
you know, it it sucks because we had this like little blip, the PS4 era, like late PS3, early PS4, maybe first 2 or 3 years of PS4, where Sony, Microsoft, and even Nintendo were taking parts of their budgets and investing in those double A experiences.
Mhm.
They were investing in smaller studios. They were investing in Housemarque. Like, they were investing in these types of studios and
Mhm.
games. And then it just all kind of just disappeared. Like, I don't know if it's because maybe it's just because Sony's budgets have gotten so bloated that their games come out so infrequently now that because their games still sell. Like, none of their games are not successes, right? Like, they make their money back. They whatever, they're successful.
That's what's guiding them. It's like, well, we have our God of Wars, our Spider-Mans, our Ghost of Tsushimas, our Last of Us's sell like upwards of 20 million copies each.
Right.
Even Days Gone, a game that never got a sequel, which it was panned a little bit upon release, still sold like 12 million copies.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, this is an amazing feat.
Yeah.
But I think the main message here should be, yes, we can have our big bloated AAA games. Those are never going to go anywhere, here to stay forever. But we should say, okay, let's try to make, what does our Balatro look like with our internal? Let's give someone a little budget. Do something fun.
Yeah.
Have at it. Like, these younger developers are often tasked with remaking games. I've seen that on Sony's, like the Naughty Dog team. Like, let the newbies do the Last of Us Part 1 remake to get their feet wet. And that will sell a bajillion copies too, by the way. Like, have them like, okay, make a fun little game. Make an indie game energy for us.
Make the Last of Us card game. Card battler.
Why the fuck not?
I'd play it.
Like, someone should have done a team at From Software should have done Bloodborne Kart.
Yeah, no,
that's it.
Listen, I get it.
That's really it.
I think if you take the phrase indie games, if you say indies are the future of game development, okay, change that sentence to low to mid budget games are the future of game development. Like, it doesn't have to be an independently developed game, but it certainly doesn't have to be a big budget game. These bigger companies can still make smaller games, and they should make smaller games. Otherwise, they are going to get the whole. When you look at the digital shelf, AAA is going to be few and far in between. The only company that does it, I think, does their storefront the right way in visibility or whatever is Nintendo, right? Like, every time a Nintendo game comes out, which there's always one or two a year, they're big deals. They're huge deals. I'm sure they're not massive, crazy budgets, but they're big deals. And their shelf like matches with the smaller games, the indie games. Like, it like all fits in there somewhere. Whereas all these other like logging into Game Pass is like, what am I looking at? Like, Steam is a disaster. The PSN is a disaster. It's like, I don't know. Maybe we need just some curation.
That's just the way just to wrap this up. There was a game I was playing recently, trying out South of Midnight.
Yeah.
I think it came out a few months ago.
Yeah. I've heard good things.
Games. Heard great things. Very well reviewed. Did not sell well. Like, judging by the Steam numbers alone, didn't crack like any major numbers. I think it's still under like 80K or 60K around there.
Got its dick kicked in by Claire Obscura or whatever.
Right.
They came out around the same time.
That studio is still up and running. They didn't get shut down at the layoffs because their game, while it didn't like shatter sales record, it probably didn't cost much to make either.
Well, relative.
Right, relative to.
I do want to play. I want to play that over Claire, actually.
If that game had the budget of a Halo Infinite or a Forza,
they would all be
in prison. State of Decay. Then it's like, well, look at Perfect Dark.
Oh man,
you're sinking money into this quadruple A, and then studio's dead.
Yeah, horrible.
Well,
enough of the doom and gloom. Let's talk about some fun stuff that's coming up, and it is firmly in the indie game sphere because we got some good ones on here. You put 2 on here, I put 1 on here, and I think these both look pretty dope. First one on the list is The Backworld, Andy. Slip between the cracks of reality into a broken world where danger awaits at every turn. Survive with a strategy, battle when necessary, or flee when the odds are stacked against you. Collect strange items, unlock new abilities, and recruit unique companions. Forge your own path. Every choice matters. Coming next year. The Backworld. Let's take a look at it while we talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, man. I came across this game on Instagram. Instagram knows me so well, I feel. The algorithm is just muscle dudes and games. That's all I get, like, in my feed. So I saw this game, and it's very Earthbound.
I was gonna say it's
in
like it's
aesthetic.
Spooky Mother.
Right, it is.
Yeah, totally.
It's Mother exclamation point. Remember that fucking shitty movie
It's
with
Mommy.
Jennifer Lawrence? it's Mommy Dearest.
Yes. I love the portrait art. Very good.
I love these characters. I love it's colorful but scary somehow.
Mm-hmm.
These enemy designs are so intense.
Really,
I
really
just-
good designs.
I want to be in this world soon. It
Oh
just
my
looks like a
gosh.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
There's some creepy looking mofos in this game.
Top Hat Studios.
It looks right. We know them.
We
Those
do
are
know
friends
them.
of ours. So yeah, good stuff. Wish list.
Ova Magica.
And wait a year.
Crypt Custodian.
Oh yeah.
You know those people.
Labyrinth of the Demon King, which is an amazing game.
Oh my.
Throgun.
Frogun. Love Frogun. Andy.
Yes.
Outnumber, outsmart, and outmaneuver opposing forces and capture flags in an approachable yet complex, fast-paced battle of wits. Jelly Troops hones the RTS genre down to its purest form, where positioning, quick thinking, and on-the-fly adjustments are the key to victory. Coming September 17th of this year, it is Jelly Troops. This looks actually really good.
It looks cute. I've been watching it the entire podcast, by the way. I had the link up the entire time. These little blue jellies like capturing the flag and like slowly making across the battlefield with
it's like a
It's so
Pikmin
adorable.
RTS. Like, that's what it
Right.
feels like. It's like I feel like this is something like Nintendo would have put out. Like I could imagine this being a Pikmin game and then them canceling it, and so the developers decided to make their own. They just like reskin it and make it their own. Like we want to make a Pikmin RTS. Well, too bad you can't. You gotta make this thing. No, look. This looks like a lot of fun. This looks like it could be unique enough to warrant a big old go for me.
Oh, it's already on the old wish list. It looks really good. It's colorful. It's vibrant. The gameplay looks pretty fun.
Jelly Troops.
It feels different. You know,
different.
This is a
Yes,
good-
I like.
this is
Different.
why we have a Steam Deck. This is why the Steam Deck exists for games.
There's
like this.
PvP in this game apparently. So
Well,
online PvP, shared/split screen PvP, cross-platform multiplayer. So maybe we're gonna be beating each other up in Jelly
I love
Troops.
that. You can like use your little jelly blobs to like hold enemies in place. It's just so neat.
Jelly
Oh, I
Troops.
love this so much.
Come on the show. Come talk to us on Dev Dive.
Yeah, let's get you. Where are you guys based out of? We'll do some research right now.
We're gonna do some research. All right, Jelly Troops.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do some
And
research.
their only other game before this, Godzilla Voxel Wars.
Oh wait, I think I heard good things about that one. Am I making
Very
that up?
positive. Came out
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, they work with Toho. What the? I've never heard of this game before.
Hell yeah.
This is so cool. I love this.
Yeah. I remember it was when Jack was obsessed, and the game was not out yet, but he was obsessed. So I remember like either wishlisting it or whatever, and then he stopped caring about Godzilla. So it's like okay, whatever. Our final game on the wish list roundup. Enter a dark open world ruled by a technocratic empire, a retro sci-fi setting full of secrets and geopolitical tensions, all wrapped in a gloomy, towering atmosphere. As an Imperial police inspector sent to investigate, make moral choices, play factions against each other, expose or hide the truth. This is mandated fate. Doom, 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 doom.
Don't care for the name,
Doom, doom,
but
doom,
I
doom,
was drawn to this. It's a solo death.
Yes, yes,
And
indeed.
this goes back to what we were talking about earlier. One guy is making this. Where is this one guy within the AAA space?
He would be
Look how good this looks.
QA.
He's working on skins for Call of Duty.
Yeah, he's working on brick textures for Call of Duty. He's out in the field taking pictures of brick.
Yeah, he's working on gun models for Helldivers 2.
I say that because a friend of mine, when he was working in a AAA studio, his job was taking a picture of brick to make brick textures in the game.
That pay?
Yeah,
what does that pay?
Enough.
Enough, right?
It was enough. But do you want to laugh? When that game came out, Andy, it bankrupted the studio. So there you go.
Being that guy at a dinner party, it's like, all right, make games. Oh, that's so cool. You're working on. I take pictures of bricks,
brick textures,
brick. Yeah.
Yeah, that game put the studio out of business.
Bash a brick on my face.
This reminds me of like a LA noir, but like different.
Right. Now, if you watch there's like a before and after, like his progress in the graphics. I found that on Reddit. He posted this little snippet of like his engine before and his graphics, and then what it looks like today. Huge leap in just the fidelity and the detail and the polish. And again,
mandated
one
fate.
guy.
I'm gonna mandate your fate right here and add it to my wish list. Bam!
There it is.
Done and done, sir. Good stuff.
Add a day and night cycle and drivable vehicles. Look at that. He's coming up in the world. This little guy.
Open world.
This one little guy.
Open world can be an ugly, phrase.
There's a stigma.
There is
attached
because everyone, when they hear open world, they think GTA, and not everyone's making GTA.
Or they think this is going to be like 100+ hours of my life. Do I have time for that?
It could be. Try hard enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kickstarter of the week, Andy. Kickstarter starter of the week.
This is launching soon.
Ooh.
This has been all over my Reddit thread. I've been seeing this fucking doll's face for God knows how long.
Of course, we're talking about Baptiste. Is there a video? No, it's not a video. No, it's just the scrolly guy. Baptiste, haunted mansion terror with a cursed doll awaits. A story-driven psychological horror game where the haunted doll Baptiste turns every shadow in the mansion into a terrifying secret. Let's see. I'll see if I can capture this here. There you go. Take a look at the Kickstarter. It is not launched just yet. It is launching soon. It has 106 followers already, which is dope. I love the lighting engine that they're using here, whatever it is. It looks very cool. First person, it looks like. All right. Keep your blood cool. It's not just about running or hiding. Solve intricate puzzles, uncover combinations, and decipher hidden messages to progress and uncover the truth behind the mansion's curse. Your perseverance in the face of fear will be rewarded with chilling revelations that will keep you on the edge until the very end. A story shaped by your decisions. Will you dare enter the forbidden room? Will you save your son or give in to fear? The fate of Sarah and Tom is in your hands, with multiple possible endings shaped by your actions. All you know is that there is a dusty cabinet holding Baptiste, an unsettling doll, and he is accompanied by an ominous warning. Never release this from its glass prison. Spooky.
Okay. It's really good. A little preview for next week, kiddos. This is there's a demo on Steam.
Oh, click it.
So I'm gonna
click it real good.
I'm gonna drop. There's actual gameplay in the Steam link. Steven. So
I'm doing that right now. I'm ready. I'm
Go
ahead.
document.
I'm ahead of you, brother.
Way ahead. You're so ahead
There
of
it
me.
goes. There we go. It's playing. Oh, that was
Yes.
creepy. I didn't like that lady. That lady's face
Nope.
was creepy. Comunidad de Madrid. So it's made in, it's a Madrid joint. Digital Dreams.
Fire Nut Games.
You gotta love that fire nut. Baptiste is creepy. But you know what? Is there a such thing as a puppet that isn't creepy? Like, honestly.
No.
Not a Muppet. I'm not talking about Muppet.
No.
Puppet with a P.
Chucky, Dolly Dearest,
Annabelle.
Megan, Annabelle,
Annabelle a puppet?
the
or a
boy.
doll? I don't know.
Puppet mascots. The list goes on.
I don't. They did the triangle face. Don't do. I hate triangle face. Oh, I hate it. Oh, gosh. I should have known putting you in charge of the dock was a bad idea. You and your damn spooky games. This gives me like old school, like Resident Evil vibes where like the house is the puzzle. You know?
I like the idea of it being like in one sort of like mansion,
Yeah.
haunted house kind of a thing. It's you in a house.
Yeah.
I love that isolation, that seclusion is just you in this place and the horror that's inside of it.
So why? So
It's really neat.
I'm confused. Why are they doing a Kickstarter? They say the game is coming at the end of 2025. We're already in
Right.
August. Maybe they're doing a Kickstarter for like marketing money?
Possibly.
Maybe.
Or for porting reasons. I don't know.
It's coming out Switch 2, Steam, PS5, and Xbox Series consoles.
Okay.
So good stuff. You know what else is good stuff?
Yeah.
This podcast.
The show.
This show. It's time to say goodbye to everyone. Goodbye, everyone. It was a pleasure hanging out with you. I hope you enjoyed yourself, because I know I enjoyed yourself.
I enjoyed yourself too.
Yes, me too. Me too, Andy. I enjoyed yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to bring us to the end of the show. If you like what you heard, please hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, share it with all your friends. You can find this on all your favorite podcast services. If you are watching on YouTube and you say, hey, I want this in my ears, in my eyes, I can't look at it because I'm driving and I don't want to barrel roll the car down the highway. No problem. We're on everything. Just type in indieRift and we'll pop up. Don't forget to check out our other shows, Dev Dive and Dev Dive Side Table, because we talk to all kinds of people and interview them about the games they make, and it is a ton of fun. Andy, is there anything you want to tell the kids before we go?
I love the idea of someone. I have to have this on the audio because I can't. They're too distracting. Their faces are too distracting while I'm driving.
Because they want to watch all the gameplay that we're showing, and they're doing. This is how people drive. This is how people
all
drive.
These great games we're chatting about. I want to see what have to look as good as they're saying.
Yeah, we are pretty handsome though, I will say. Thank you so much for listening, everyone. Thank you for watching.
Love when they're watching it.
I love when they're watching.
Watching.
And as always, please be excellent to each other.